Good day, everybody. My name is Gilbert. I'm test patient number 10 for Novartis. I'm the 10th person in the world to take FTY 720. When I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis on January 7th of 2007, the disease left the whole left side of my body paralyzed. I spent a week and a half in the hospital being paralyzed. Had an MRI done, numerous of them, spinal taps also, and they came to a conclusion. I had a lesion in the right side of my brain. They stated to me that's multiple sclerosis and that's why the left side of your body is paralyzed. After I got out of the hospital, I got involved with a team of physicians, what I feel are the world's best physicians. They asked me if I'd be interested in taking a test medication. Back then, it was known as FTY 720B. I asked them what the side effects were, and they said, "We don't know because you're going to be a test patient." So I said, okay. So I proceeded to get on Gilenya. Approximately 2 weeks being on the medication, my doctor informed me that I need to go see a physical therapist. So I followed my doctor's advice. I got a hold of a physical therapist. After several sessions of going to physical therapy, I asked my physical therapist, I said, "Do you have access to an inversion board?" And he answered the response saying, "Yes, I do have access." I said, "I would like to try an experiment with an inversion board in Gilenya." He said, "Okay, but you need to talk to your doctor." I called my multiple sclerosis physician, explained to him my thought process of how the inversion board would work. So, our physical therapist and my doctor both asked me if I wanted to use a board, and I said yes. During the course of the time of the left side of my body being paralyzed, the 9th disc in my spine continuously burned and I could not sleep. I was paralyzed, but I hurt. After physical therapy several times, being strapped into the board that I volunteered to be on, my doctor asked me, they said, "Gilbert, you sure you want to do this?" And I said yes. When I went to go hang myself upside down for the very first time, there's only two things that went through my head. One, nothing's going to happen and the left side of my body will still be paralyzed. Or two, I'm going to paralyze the right side of my body. But actually 3 occurred. At the exact moment that I hung myself upside down, I started laughing. The 9th disc in my spine popped, and at that exact moment, the dead feeling of the whole left side of my body that I could no longer move, I was able to feel. It went to being numb. After several sessions of going to see my physical therapist, and after every session I'd hang myself upside down, my 9th disc in my spine would pop, and I started getting more and more feeling back. I can continue to use my inversion board in conjunction with Gilenya. I am now back to 100% back to normal. It took me a year and a half to learn how to get myself back to what I classify as normal. What Gilenya does is it suppresses the disease. The inversion board allows the spine to relax and realign itself. I've explained to Novartis, I've showed them how Gilenya works in the human body. I understand it. I understand how Gilenya knows where to pinpoint in the body where multiple sclerosis occurs. But let's get back. I want to share with the world that you've allowed me to learn the secret of suppressing this disease. Doctors don't understand how I'm able to be 100% back to normal. In the course of 6.5 years, I've chased this disease everywhere from the 2nd disc in my neck all the way to my tailbone. I've had this disease attack me everywhere it could possibly attack me. Like I said, it paralyzed the left side of my body. I overcame that. After that, I moved to the 2nd disc in my neck. I'd move my head, I'd get numb feeling. I'd have an electric current go down my spinal cord and exit out my penis. I fixed that. I learned how to suppress that. Then the disease chose to move to the right side of my body, leaving my right and left leg numb. I overcame that. What I've also learned is that it took out my right and left leg. They left both of those numb. I've learned how to overcome that by suppressing the disease by using my inversion board. I've had every kind of attack you can have with multiple sclerosis except blindness. Any combination you can come up with multiple sclerosis, I've had. Right arm, left leg, right arm. 2 fingers, right and left hands, both of them, both going numb, but turning them off. What I've learned is this disease attacks us caused by stress. When we get stressed out, our spine moves. It comes out of alignment. We don't understand it. Doctors don't understand it. But when you stress your body out, your discs in your spine move. Therefore, it pinches the nerve endings in your spinal cord. That's how the myelosheathing comes off the spinal cord. I can't show you how Gilenya works. Novartis, you have my explanation of how it works. I know how the medication works. You pulled me off this medication for 2 months. After 6 weeks, about 6 weeks, the disease came back. You put me back on it after being off the medication for 2 months. I explained to you, it took 2 weeks for this medication to get back into my body to where the medication was there. I hung myself back upside down, decompressed my spine. Guess what? Numbness and tingling has gone away. I've learned to suppress this disease. I can't say I've beaten it because no doctor's ever examined me other than the team of physicians that I see right now. But Novartis, I understand how to turn this disease off. This disease starts in our mind. The disease attacks our body after our mind is stressed out. I've explained to you my theory of how you can track the disease. What I want from you guys that watch this video, contact Novartis. Ask them to allow me to share with you what I've learned. I'll do any test that any person can come up with, any test any doctor can come up with, and I'll explain to you how you suppress this disease. The secret is changing pages when you have a stress attack. Go lay down, take a nap, listen to music, just get out of the situation that you're in. That's the first step. When this disease attacks you, you attack it. That's what I have learned. When it used to attack me, causing me to have an attack, I'd hang myself upside down, decompress my spine, listen for my spinal cord to pop, and as soon as my spinal cord would pop, I'd lay down and take a nap. I'd wake up, guess what? I'm 100% back to normal. So, Novartis, thank you for allowing me to be one of your test patients. Without you, I know I'd be in a wheelchair. I'd be paralyzed from the neck down. Because every form of multiple sclerosis attack there is, I've had. But then again, thanks, man. You've allowed me to suppress this disease. By suppressing this disease, I've won the battle against it. If you have any questions, contact Novartis and allow them to share with you what I've learned. May you win the battle against multiple sclerosis. Thanks, Novartis. You're number one. We're there.